I don't care. I genuinely don't. Stop messaging me with the eating shit. I don't care. We do what we do. Okay? Since we've had Mr. White up here last time, they said that video came out after you had left.
Yeah.
Of you talking about old boy on stand 30 years ago, 1992.
Yeah, my co-defendant.
Yeah, and they said, now what? I said, I posted it on Facebook. Yeah. I know you saw it. It's like, what do you mean? Now all you did was generate more revenue for him. What are we talking about?
My bookings went up exponentially. Just off that video alone, I done almost generated $100,000 in just interviews and just doing extra shit that normally I wouldn't have been doing outside of that. That was my whole breakout on social media. Was advocating and representing the snitching that the street codes don't apply to children. Well, people say, man, well, you were 16, we were 14 when we committed the murder. So if you say 16 not grown, then you're okay with an adult messing with a 16-year-old little girl. So that means you're all right. So you're saying if a child is molested, he should feel gay, or she should feel okay, because you're saying 16 is an adult and 16 is not an adult. We were 14. So that was my whole. That's why me and Gilly got into it, because he called Pop Hunter a snitch when he was like 14 years old, who witnessed and testified against a murder, and it ruined that kid's whole rap career. So that's how me and Gilly got into it.
And then in what world is somebody okay? Again, and I spoke about this publicly, not on a platform. In what world would a parent be okay when their child comes home or their child's in jail, when they give them a phone call and say, I committed a robbery, my boy murdered somebody? In what world would the parent be okay? Well, you know what? You're gonna stand tough and you're gonna take the charge for him?
This ain't no robbery. This a misdemeanor theft. We doing what most criminal mischief children was doing at the time, homie.
Were you a troublemaker at that time? Were you like a troubled kid around those times?
I was starting to become one. So I probably had maybe 9 months of starting to become juvenile delinquent. Yeah. I was just starting to rebel. You know what I'm saying? My mom was pregnant with my little sister at the time. So yeah, I was just starting to rebel, doing criminal mischief shit. Most people say, well, man, y'all was committing criminal acts. Under the law and under moral statutes, children don't commit crimes. Children commit delinquent acts, juvenile delinquents. So we're being delinquent, homie. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're committing crimes, we don't have the brain capacity to really be criminals or to be criminal minded at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's just impulsive. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to think, I'm first generation of children in America to begin to commit crimes such as murder and to be incarcerated for crimes such as murder. In the 80s, this was no thing in America. It wasn't until the 90s. So outside of places like California, Chicago, Philly, New York, Baltimore, DC, places where crack was hit real big in the beginning, children wasn't committing crimes. So I got locked up September 18, 1991. So I fell in a group of children in Texas. So we're the first group of children in Texas who began to be charged and sentenced for crimes such as capital murder and murder. during this time, we're also the first children in America in the early 90s. That's where the term super predators come from. So that's when Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton made a bold statement to America and said that there's a wave of children who have been born into this country, and these children are super predators. So we're those children that was termed super predators. And what they meant by that, they said that these group of children was going to be bigger, faster, stronger, that they was going to be heartless, and incorrigible. And the word incorrigible means that they wouldn't be able to change. So that's when America began making laws geared toward children, youth. But before then, that was unheard of, homie. So for a motherfucker to come along and say, kids didn't know street codes back in my day. It was unheard of for a kid in 1991 to have a street code to stand on like no snitching. That was unheard of.
Right. He's just a kid.
Man, 16-year-old is still a kid. 16-year-olds are still stupid, immature. Homie, them still kids. A 16-year-old is no different than a 14-year-old.
Right. That's why there's a lot.
An 18-year-old is no different than a 16-year-old. That's why 18-year-olds shouldn't be in prison.
Right.
Yeah, 18, that's no different, homie. But this group today, they have a criminal culture. In the 90s, Black America didn't have a criminal culture for children who committed murder or committed crimes that nobody told on each other. We were telling on each other for talking in class.
Yeah. Different demographic.
It was getting telling on their siblings.
Right.
So homie, it was taught to be honest, to be truthful, especially if life loss was involved. So that motherfucker is talking from the sidelines. But this is the hypocrisy. It's no different than Woody taking a stand as a grown man and killed black people. It's no difference.
But there's people that shame Woody too.
No, the culture didn't shame Woody. No, the culture didn't shame Woody. They sympathize with him.
Yeah.
They didn't shame him. They sympathize with him.
Now, what do you got to say to the people that say, you've been online talking about there's no paperwork on me?
It ain't. It still ain't no paperwork. They showed y'all the video. I haven't been a criminal as an adult to have paperwork on me.
Right. Shout out to Eddie.
Man, I haven't. I got out the boys' home in 1997 at the age of 21 years old, like 6 months before my 21st birthday in 1997. My juvenile record was sealed, so there's no paperwork. So when I got out as an adult, I didn't go to the streets. I wanted to go enroll in college. So I wasn't living a criminal life in my 20s and in my 30s to have paperwork of telling on somebody.
What was the conversation like with your mother? You said she's pregnant at that time.
Just had my little sister. Yeah.
What was the conversation? You had to call her and tell her you're locked up.
It was on the news, so she had already knew. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was headline news. So she had already knew. So when we got to the police station and called her,
was she pissed? Was she nervous?
I ain't. When somebody die, it's hard for your mother and father to be angry, because this is the worst situation you can be in as a human. To have taken to you either have to been killed. So this is an extreme shit. So this is where they cry, because now you done fell into this is every black parent's fear, that you done fell into the hands of the white man's system now, and there's nothing I can do as a parent. All the other times I can come save you.
Yeah, you can't come down to the court like you can go down to the school.
All the other times I can come pick you up from the police station. Son, I've been telling you, I've been warning you about this, about hanging with these kind of people. You know, 'cause my mama didn't know none of them I got in trouble with. Them wasn't my friends. Them wasn't my friends from school. Them wasn't my friend. Them just some I was hanging with that day. So now my mama, man, my mama was hurt. Just not just her voice, but the pain in her face. Cause you talking about capital murder. We been charged with capital murder, and we some black kids that done killed the white man in 1991, not too far from the 80s. Yeah, they you know, this is terrifying for a black parent.
Yeah. And your mother and father were around at the time?
Yeah, my daddy was, but he was in Fort Worth. We lived in Arlington. So yeah, now my daddy was fucked up too. Everybody was. But
Did they know right off the jump that you weren't the one that pulled the trigger?
Yeah.
Did everybody know?
Yeah.
Because I imagine when you got picked up.
Well, because we didn't get picked up right away.
Okay.
So we got to go back, you know, and talk about it and tell people what happened. So yeah, everybody knew. Homie, this was. So you got to think, I'm one of the first children in Fort Worth, Texas, to be tried and adjudicated for the crime of murder. So it was me, Jose Rodriguez. It was 3 skinheads, Josh Henry them, 3 skinheads that had killed this black dude, Mario Lopez, Anthony Lightfoot, who else?
Anthony Lightfoot, is that the Doolittle?
Nah, that's my co-defendant, but he in the group with us. So it's about 10 or 12 of us at that time that had committed a murder during the end of 91. And before then, children had never committed murder in our city before. So we the first group of children. So
how many days did it take them to pick you up then?
We got picked up that day. They went on a manhunt. There was a girl we went to school with. This girl by the name of Ursula. Her and her mom was at the mall that day, and they saw us. So she the one told they that's how they knew it was us. So they went to the school to got the yearbooks to get our pictures.
So now we know who the real snitch is.
Well, we gotta understand, somebody lost their life.
Yeah, facts.
So there ain't no snitching. Ain't no somebody. So you when it's a baby, y'all want to snitch. When it's a baby, y'all wishing, oh man, they need to get the death penalty. But somebody lost their life. So ain't no snitching.
Right. How'd they come and get you? Did you turn yourself in? Or
nah, hell no.
Take it down to the school?
My co-defendant, the same one that did the shooting, he turned into Tupac like Pac did on Juice. so now, homie, well, once them shoot somebody, it's like a dog who kill another dog and taste blood. Now he'll kill a dog. So once they kill somebody, they want to kill again.
Bloodlust.
Man, once you taste that blood, homie, that's why them shooters become multiple shooters to keep. It's like you feed that demon. Once you do it, you can't stop doing it. So he would go kill one of my co-defendant, DJ. So he kept trying to start an argument with DJ. So I had to take the gun from that. So DJ got arrested first. DJ was a good kid. My DJ was a good kid. He was a fly tall out of Oklahoma. Yellow. He was the only child. Him and his mama had a great relationship. He died running from the police in a high-speed chase, like a year later after the crime.
Yeah.
So he had got out on bond. So he was the only one of us that had got out immediately right after the crime. So DJ was the first one to get arrested. All these was older than me. You know, I was the baby out the bunch. The newspaper described me as being the smallest, but the brains out of the bunch. You know, because I had planned the crime, but we didn't plan to kill nobody. You know, the plan was just go run into the mall, run out the Foot Locker, we'll steal some jackets, and but we had did a whole bunch of other little mischief crime. We broke into my girlfriend's house. That's where we got the gun from. Her dad was a Dallas police officer. So that's where we got the gun from. We broke into my ex-girlfriend's house, Samantha. We broke into her house and I stole her daddy gun.
Man, was she your ex at the time?
Yeah, she was.
She had anything good in there?
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, they had a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, they had a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, they did.
That's kind of how it goes too. Like you do it one time, the first time it might be scary. After that, you start to get good at it, and then it happens more and more.
It's an addiction. Man, that's why be a man. Once you go to find that pistol, and you get to satisfy whatever it satisfy, you live for it.
Yeah.
You look for it. So after he killed our victim, homie, he kept trying to start a fight with DJ, start an argument.
It was like Bishop and Q.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, and light skin too.
And this before Juice even come out. Yeah, this before Juice even come out.
Real life.
So I had to get the gun from that. So I come up with a plan for him to call the police to report his car stolen, because we did this in DJ car. He had just bought his car home. He worked as a waiter at Red Lobster after school. He had just bought his Cutlass too. So he reported it stolen, but unbeknownst to us, Ursula and her mom was at the mall. And so as soon as he called to make the report, to try to give a description of somebody else, and I specifically gave him some names of some guys who from another city. They from Dalworth. So I gave him 4 names to tell the police. One guy to fit my description, Darryl Dixon to fit Big Doolittle description. I gave him, you know what I'm saying? I was a sharp, I was mischievous. Yeah, I wasn't criminal. I was a mischievous kid.
Trail,
yeah. So I gave him these names. But so he was the first one to get picked up. So me, Doolittle, and Big Torn, we went to this lady house who smoked crack at the time, who them used to sit, who they sold crack to. Her name was Renee. So we were going there to go trick, to go eat pizza and get our sucked from a grown woman. Yeah. So as we walking down Arkansas, there was a guy who had on his New York Giants trench starter coat, just like the one DJ Quick had on in that Tonight's the Night video. He walking with his girl. They had some grocery sacks where it had just came from menus. There's some kids outside playing. That Doolittle say, "Man, give me the gun." I get that the gun. Now we're on the main street, just right out of school, right out probably the elementary school just let out. So probably about 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's still daylight. This could point the gun at it, and pow, pow. Now the dude heard a gunshot. He looking back like, man, he don't realize he's shooting at him.
Yeah.
Man, when he realized him and the girl take off running, the kids playing outside right here, they mom and them run to the door, snatch the door, snatch. So that's how the police knew where we was when that done that.
He did that after.
That's after the shooting. So I gotta get the gun from it, because this
Wow.
tripping, man. This tripping. So yeah, that's how we got caught. So
Wow.
there was a video store right next door to the apartments. So them people finna go over there and get some videos, and the lady Renee left outside and said, "I'm finna go use the phone." So by the time she left outside to go use the phone, she come back in and said, "You got to get out of here, panicking." So when I looked out the window, it was police everywhere, a helicopter, news cameras, everything. And so I had the gun on me, and so I took my shirt off and wrapped the gun up and threw it on top. I went on the patio and threw it on top of the building, but the sleeve fell down, hung off the roof. So when I went outside, a news camera spotted it, and there you go. And I tried to run, and they got it. So I remember them saying a nigga being charged with capital murder, and it's like it had an out of body experience, because in school and homie, that's the ultimate.
Yeah.
And don't really understand what he done did. Not at that age.
You don't sound like it's you.
Nah. So my mom and them were hurt. But my mother was able to afford some of the best lawyer representation that I can find in the city, and that was 2 attorneys, one by the name of Carl Mallory and Louis Stearns. And Louis Stearns ultimately and eventually ended up became a Judge Stearns, and ended up spending a lot of time in the criminal courts. But now I had 2 badass attorneys. And so under Texas juvenile law, Texas juvenile determined sentencing law, I was facing up to 40 years. I was 14. All my co-defendants was 15 and 16 and older. So, you know, them got tried as adults. Them got certified.
Even at 16, it's still.
Them got Texas certification age was 15 at the time. Wow. And then after that, they lowered it to 14.
Wow.
Yeah, so
now, for the people that don't know, you had a video out that you put up 2 years ago speaking on this already.
Long before that, my first Vlad TV interview, I talked about it. So you can go watch my first Vlad ever TV interview and talk about it. Say Cheese TV first interview, you talked about it.
You know, Vlad TV be getting down to the business about it.
Because that's how the internet became to know me.
Yeah.
Me really beefing with Gilly, you know what I'm saying, over the Pop Hunter shit. That's how my first Say Cheese TV interview ever took off. So yeah, homie. So I'm telling you, 14 years old, I don't know no street codes. I know my mama is her. And I ain't no street kid. I don't know nothing about the, now. And plus, even grown do what their lawyers say do. My lawyer say this kid here is a horrible kid. My client was with the wrong people with the wrong time. So that's the role we gonna play. It's like this when you get in trouble. Before y'all get in trouble, y'all in the huddle. You and your co-defendants, y'all playing and all kind of shit. Boy, when y'all ass get in trouble, y'all break. Mm-hmm. Break. Every man for themselves. I'm open. Get through. Got open. So, homie, I don't know how a was raised, but all my real friends, I never got in trouble with. I'm gonna say that again. All my real friends, I've never gotten in trouble with.